As the vet examined her animal, she was nervous. 20 minutes earlier, she found him in her yard. Now she was taking him to the vet. The vet's verdict shocked her. After inspecting the animal, he shook his head. Jessica questioned what was wrong, and he raised an eyebrow. "Do you know what we have?" he asked her incredulously. "This isn't a dog." While drinking her morning coffee, she noticed something odd. She had planned to sit on her porch and enjoy the morning sun, but she had no idea what she would find in her yard. She just wanted to enjoy Saturday morning summer, but things took a turn she never expected. Then he entered her yard. Hardworking Jessica Adams had moved across the country. She left New York after her 4-year relationship ended. She left to start over after careful consideration. She moved to Oregon. She had no idea that one morning would change her life forever. Jessica needed the new surroundings. Her new quiet neighborhood surprised her. She was used to New York's small apartments and streets. She felt righteous. She bought a small house with a porch and picket fence. That would change. Despite liking the new neighborhood, Jessica felt something was missing. She was lonely. After weeks at her new job and no new friends, she realized she needed others. She considered adopting. She didn't want a breeders. She sought shelter adoption. She liked rehabilitating a pup. She was unaware of her fate. Jessica worked hard last week. She worked 9-hour shifts Monday through Friday to meet deadlines. She thought her weekend off would be relaxing. If you like my videos, don't forget to like or subscribe. Thanks in advance. On Saturday mornings, she drank coffee on her porch to unwind. But what she would soon do wasn't relaxing. Jessica sipped her morning drink. She had all day since it was only 11 a.m. But that's when she heard whimpering. It sounded like an animal in distress. Her fence made noise. When she opened the gate latch, a large, shaggy creature collapsed in her yard. What had entered her life was a mystery. When she saw her yard collapse, Jessica calmed down. Black dog. The animal whimpering earlier must have been it. She took one look at the animal and knew that she had to spring into action. She had to be cautious. The dog's aggression was unknown. Jessica slowly turned toward the dog. He looked neglected. His owners mistreated him. He was a far cry from the shiny coat and wet nose that come to mind when we think of a healthy dog. He looked sad, like he had broken into her yard on purpose. He chose her for help. She was unaware of his future. Jessica saw time passing. He needed a leash to get to the vet safely. She asked her neighbor. She knew they had a dog and could borrow one. She was lucky, and she carefully clipped the leash onto the dog's collar a few minutes later. He awoke and walked with her. Good sign. She had to take him to the vet, but she had no idea what she had invited into her life. She watched the vet examine her pet nervously. She found him in her yard 20 minutes prior. She took him to the vet. Nothing prepared her for the vet's verdict. The vet added, "This poor dog isn't just a dog. His appearance belies his puppyhood. I can't believe some people neglected him." Jessica couldn't believe what she was hearing. He looked like an adult, but neglect obscured it. She reacted emotionally rather than logically because she was so upset. She surprised the vet and her neighborhood. Jessica stammered, "I'm taking custody of him. I'll foster him while we investigate his owners and abuse." Vet's eyes widened. He had never seen such dedication to a dog. They left after he gave the dog antibiotics. Jessica looked after him until they found his owners. It would be difficult. Animal control couldn't locate his owners after a month. They didn't care enough to reach out or knew they would be arrested for animal cruelty. This put Jessica in a difficult position. They knocked and informed her. They could take him from her and put him in a shelter, but he was unlikely to be adopted in his condition. Jessica suggested something better. Over the month, Jessica and the dog bonded. She told animal control she would adopt him before he reached a shelter. Surprised but grateful. Her new puppy improved 2 months after filling out the paperwork. He was nearly normal, so he just needed love and care. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again in the next video.